there for the taking, whether you take the challenges on. Yeah. It's up to you.
We've just got to dream about it now. We had a chance earlier on, but we just didn't quite get there.
In over a century, barely 1,000 men have joined this club, and when it happens, it's to be savoured.
Like a million other New Zealand youngsters, I just would have, given my eye tooth to become an All Black, which I eventually did, and that was still go down as, the greatest day of my life when I was selected.
The tradition is to go into the manager's room, and he, one by one, and he gives you the jersey. So I remember getting given it and going and putting it on the bed and sort of having a good look at it, and yeah, sort of ask yourself the questions, whether you're going to do it justice, sort of thing.
For young New Zealanders, when they get to wear that silver Fern, it's such a huge sense of pride.
Probably my greatest rugby moment to date was, putting on the All Black jersey for the first time, running out there and playing, for your country.
It's powerful. I mean, I look at that Fern and it sort of emotions well up.
My path to the All Blacks was really different. I basically left school, played 5 games, and my 5th game was actually a test match. Reality didn't quite hit me until I ran onto the test pitch, and I basically froze.
My very first touch, and I forget how many seconds it was now. I got a lovely pass off Tāna Umaga and run 40 metres to score my first try in the All Black jersey.
20 seconds into your test career and you've got a try.
Yeah, a pretty good memory.
Sitting in the change room afterwards, the tradition is to get presented your test tie. And I remember being given it, and the guy who gave it to me sort of said, "Welcome to the All Black Club." That's when it really hit home that how I can call myself an All Black now.
If you're intimidated by a challenge like that, then don't step on the field.
And that's how most All Black stories end, in a New Zealand victory. For facing these 15 men in black is the toughest of tests.
The ultimate measurement is wearing your national team's jumper, playing against the All Blacks in a test match.
As an All Black, losing's hard to stomach.
I seem to believe that every All Black team in the past has won every single test match. So we look through history of All Black rugby with rose-tinted glasses. We don't like losing.
You ask any New Zealander when the last loss the All Blacks had, and they'd come up with it straight away, and there's a few glaring ones that they'd bring up. 99 World Cup, 2003 World Cup.
Mortlock! And the Wallabies have just smothered New Zealand out of this game.
It's hard for me to have a loss, very hard.
People get a bit gloomy when they don't win, yeah.
We'll probably sulk for a good couple of days.
Replay some of the old matches.
We're like chicks when they lose a boyfriend, sit down with chocolate, a soppy movie.
I have to sit down sometimes and evaluate what happened and think, why did we lose?
It's wrong, I know, but that's just the way we are, yeah.
If we lose any test match, this country goes into mourning. For example, the radio, you will get taught back for hour after hour, dissecting every second of every match, what went wrong, who did what, who should be sacked.
When we got beaten, you not only let the All Blacks down, but you let New Zealand down. And, the taxi drivers or they didn't want to talk to you either.
Not many days that go by that I don't think about the World Cup in '95.
Stransky, he's having the drop kick. Heartache and heartbreak. What a shattering blow.
Yeah, I can always remember Jim Bolger, our Prime Minister, during the time I was captain, saying, Sean, when the All Blacks win, I'd love to be the All Black captain, and when they lose, I'd much rather be the Prime Minister of New Zealand.
Putting aside what perhaps the rest of the country thinks, it's hard to take as a player for the All Blacks, because it's something you never want to do. You back yourself to go out and win every game, perform, and when you don't, it's pretty disappointing.
But beware a wounded All Black.
People say to me, what's the most memorable game you had for the All Blacks? Without question, 1993 when we lost to the Lions in Wellington. I played the worst game of my All Black career.
One down. The British Lions simply had to snatch a victory from the second test to keep the series alive.
The All Blacks have lost it. Guscott, now Underwood. He's a flyer. They'll never stop him. Not this time. Great try.
The second test win, the Lions in '93, was a very good performance.
And that was the biggest defeat that we'd ever inflicted on the New Zealanders.
And the referee blows his whistle. The Lions beating the All Blacks by 20 points to 7.
I can still remember going back into the change room after that and saying, make a mental note of the way you feel now, because make sure you never want to come back here again. I made sure that every other game I played for the All Blacks, I remember that game. So I wouldn't have to go back to that disappointment of the failure that we had on that day in Wellington.
So Fitzpatrick carried off a Lions shirt, while Moore got what so many want.
I do have a New Zealand shirt. Yeah, I've got one of Sean's shirts. It's proudly in the garden shed, actually.
The black shirt is something special. As soon as I played against the All Blacks, the only goal that I wanted is to have one at my home.
I've got one All Black jersey, and that's the first All Black I played against, Blair Larson, and it's in my study, and it takes pride place.
Before you swap your All Black jersey, think, does he deserve it? Because it's such a special jersey. Never sell your All Black jersey, because it's something that you've worked so hard to get.
Turn up to that tournament, the only thing that was in my head was play well for New Zealand and time to measure myself against the best in the world. It became a mindset in terms of get the ball, score the try, or clear a rut, make a tackle, as if your life depended on it.
I never missed a tackle on John Lumu, ever. That's because I never got anywhere near him.
At that stage, Laurie could have told me to run into a brick wall and I would have. What does it mean to be an All Black? Personally, as myself, it's life. That's the best way to put it. It is life.
Every time they go on the field, they wear that jersey, I expect to win.
We expect no more of them than they expect of themselves.
Why should go under?
Guided by Graham Henry, these All Blacks don't lose many. They know what's expected and they're learning to cope with it.
The pressure we put on ourselves to perform is what governs us rather than the outside influences, which, to be quite honest, you can't have any influence over at all.
If you get tied up in things that you can't control, like media expectation, media criticism, etc., etc., then you're not going to play as well as you should do on the Saturday. So it's a matter of controlling your own thought processes, how you prepare and so on, and it takes a pretty mature athlete to do that.
If you have confidence in what you're going to do and confidence that you've done the work to go out and perform, well that's how you get more consistency. You know, if you play on emotion and fears, then one week you will play your best and the next week you won't. You can look at expectation, pressure as a big burden, or you can look at it as just think, hell, I'm obviously the best man to be in this job because I've been picked. If you didn't want to be in the spotlight, then stop playing. That's sort of the way to think about it. It's just the way it is.
There is always the job, though, and a job that Heyman and his generation are doing well. Very well. Like their rugby forefathers, they are innovative, expert, ruthless and determined to add a new chapter to an illustrious history.
As long as the team's performing and you're doing your bit within that, then that's what we're after.
It's like a stage, you know, everything you've done up until then is just rehearsal, so when you're on the field it's your time.
These boys can play, and I enjoy the whole team expressing themselves.
If you've played well, that's where the real satisfaction comes. There's certainly times on a Sunday morning where I ask myself what I'm up to. You're feeling like that and you've come off good, then the other team's probably feeling worse, so that's one way I try and make myself feel better.
Part of All Black history. A rich, powerful sporting belief that is handed down through generations. A history that gives an island nation its soul.
The mana that this Fern gives us will keep us going forever and a day.
Make a mental note the first time you pull on the All Black jersey, the excitement you have, and every other time you pull it on, recall that feeling.
When I had the All Black jersey, I was the caretaker of it. And now, there's the new generation of All Blacks that are coming through.
You got to pinch yourself and say, you know, it's a pretty special moment to put that jersey on. You never know whether you're going to get to do it next time or not.
It's got a lot of history and, you know, it gives you a real sense of pride.
I want to enjoy my time you know, look back and say, you know, I gave everything I could while I could.
You got to earn it, you know, and it's only the best earn it.
If you can say when you've left that you've left the jersey in good shape, and I think that's all you can ask.
I think Fergie McCormick said about me once that I treated the All Black jersey as pure gold, and to me that's a good description. It is pure gold.
I don't think one day in my whole life has ever gone by without some reference or mention of the fact that, you know, I was part of that great band of men.
Whether you've played one game or 100 games, you're still an All Black.
I love saying I played for the All Blacks.
We know with all the boys that play rugby in New Zealand, they'll give their right arm to be part of that club. And I was very fortunate, and I was very privileged and very honoured to be part of that. And you know, I'm just glad to be part of it.